our react. PlayStation 4. I'm Holiday Cooper.
Tom Agrino.
Lucas Sullivan.
So, price
$399.
$100 less than the Xbox 7 or the Xbox
Absolutely.
One. I'm so we just got finished watching it and ran downstairs.
I mean, this thing was long. It was very long, and it started off really
started
slow,
off
and then it just like snowballed and snowballed.
So yeah, it's coming out holiday. It is $399. No used game restrictions.
Right.
No game sharing restrictions.
Oh man.
No online
Stabbing
requirements.
Microsoft.
The only caveats, the only ones is PlayStation Plus is now required to play games online. They have confirmed that.
Yep.
But PlayStation Plus on your PS3, Vita, and PS4 are all the same $5 a month. And Gaikai streaming stuff isn't all gonna make launch. But
Well, we knew that. We knew that they were
Yeah.
getting it ready as soon as they could.
regardless,
Yeah.
holy fuck.
Holy fuck.
So,
One
in
of
terms of game announcements.
Well, before we get there, so holiday.
my mind is spinning.
I know.
I can't deal.
Let's stay on the console themselves. They showed us the console.
They did.
So it's like a rhombus. Is that a fair statement?
It's rhombus.
A rhombus with
I know that everyone.
slit around
The
the
joke
side?
was it's going to be a black rectangle. It's not.
It's a rhombus.
It's a trap. I guess a trap is. It's.
I don't know.
But you can.
The shape is fine. It's fine.
It looks it looks a lot like the Xbox.
Yeah,
One.
I mean, I personally I can see people being like, this is going to be weird to kind of, if I have any sense of design and my own aesthetic in my house.
You can stand it vertically though.
Yeah, you can stand it vertically. So I'm not 100% on the physical design, but $399, good God.
$399.
So one of the things that I noticed is they said holiday, and why wouldn't they just commit to November? Like, why would they October, November?
Honestly,
October?
so they waited until Microsoft announced their price, and then they one-upped it, or I guess
they
undercut them.
changed that PowerPoint on the fly.
Well, I mean, it feels like everything they've been doing has been. It almost feels like they're like listening to what Microsoft's doing and being like, "Well, fuck that, we could do better."
Yeah.
And I almost feel like they're gonna wait and just be like, "Oh, what, you're November 17th? That's cool. November 6th here."
Yeah,
Cool.
no,
Just
I mean,
want to make sure.
They like, of their own scheming or not, they played this perfectly. They went first and they went last.
Yes, it went very well. And they they spent the first 40 minutes of their press conference kind of treading water, but once they started announcing stuff and showing off games, Infamous Second Son looks fantastic.
We already knew about. So first new game that we
looks
saw.
good. They finally showed gameplay.
It definitely looks good. So the first new game, The Order 1886, Ready at Dawn.
Yes.
As you may know, that was the they did God of War on the PSP. Is that
Yeah,
right?
they did God of War, and I think they did some of like the Ratchet.
Yeah.
Like, they may have done like
They've been a port
Clank
studio.
and Daxter.
They've
like those
been
weird.
they've basically been a port studio.
But they also made they made
not
the
a port studio,
full-fledged.
but
They made the handheld versions
PSP
of
versions, right.
the PSP versions of console things. But every time they made them, they were like as impressive as the console ones.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
they've been like waiting on a leash all this time, and
Yeah.
they're finally being let off the leash.
And the leash looks, their product looks pretty good. So it's not quite steampunk.
No, it's not, there's
definitely,
no steam.
There's no steam, but it's definitely
Victorian era and machine guns.
Yeah, machine guns. You got an L that goes across the city. It looks like there's vampires.
I thought werewolves.
Werewolves?
I think it's werewolves.
Some kind
Our
of...
Cheats and Guides guy Brian was just sitting there going, "Werewolves? Is it fucking werewolves?" And then they finally
hate werewolves.
He had a weird like grudge against werewolves, or
Yeah.
maybe like he is one. But
Maybe
but it looks kind of like werewolves, and but it wasn't. It was not zombies, which was my.
It was
fear.
not zombies, and it wasn't exactly steampunk. Although you had flying ships, and it kind of looked like it was out of like a Final Fantasy universe or something.
I'm sure there was a crystal.
Where they just
somewhere there's a
took
crystal.
some artistic liberties.
While
Hey,
we're talking
did you,
about Final
hear about
Fantasy.
that,
So while we're talking about Final Fantasy, they finally went back and showed Versus. So for the past 3 years, Square has been straight up trolling everyone and being like, "We are going to show a new Final Fantasy eventually."
Yeah.
But this time they did that.
Well, they did it. They were like, okay, let's get a
We haven't
message
talked
from.
about Versus in a while.
Let's get a message from Tetsuya, whatever his name is, Hama, and they show his video, and it's just like him on a couch being like, "Hi guys,
Long time no see.
We got this Final Fantasy game. We can't wait to show you. And oh, by the way, a trailer."
Yeah.
and they're like,
And the trailer ends with Final Fantasy Versus, and we're just like, "Fuck you!" Like, why is this still Final Fantasy Versus 13? And then he's like, "Oh, by the way, the times they are a changing." Boom, Final Fantasy 15. So it looks almost like Final Fantasy as an action game meets Shadow of the Colossus. So
I mean, the first words that came out of my mouth, because I'm a dour individual, is White Knight Chronicles, the PS3 game that was supposed to be.
Negativity out of here.
So I mean, I just have a hard time getting behind the JRPGs.
That's fine,
you know?
but and then after that, he's like, we have one more thing we want to talk about.
He's like, oh hey, but what's up with the Kingdom Hearts?
and then in like Square is like, it feels like Square is secretly being run by Hideo Kojima, because it was like. And then let's talk about Kingdom Hearts, and they just show a bunch of clips from old-ass Kingdom Hearts games, but only the ones
The
that
whole
aren't.
time!
The only clips they showed were the ones that aren't in the HD remake
Oh,
that's
really?
coming out, and the HD remake is like half of the Final
Yeah,
Fantasy
yeah,
game,
yeah.
so it looked like it was going to be like, here's Kingdom Hearts HD Remix 2, and then all of a sudden, motherfucking Sora
Yeah.
struts out, picks up a Keyblade, and goes like, bitch.
Yeah.
And it's Kingdom Hearts 3.
No, I just love it because the whole time you were like, "Oh no, it's the HD remix.
no,
It's the HP. They're not gonna do it. They're not. Oh my god!
And
Oh my
all of a
god!"
sudden, it's just Sora is just like leading the charge against,
Yeah.
like just spinning his Keyblade like a motherfucker, running at like 1,000 Heartless, and it's just like, you guys have been asking for this, and I'm just like, ah.
We had a room full of grown men screaming at the top of their lungs
About Disney.
And me just being like,
So wait, is he like a superhero? And we're like, shut up, we're busy
so
screaming.
like, is it a bludgeoning device? Why is it called a sword?
So yeah, Kingdom
Another
Hearts 3.
Blade, my
Kingdom
bad.
Hearts 3, PlayStation 4. They haven't said whether or not it's going to come to other systems, but Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh, and at the end, instead of being like 2013, 2014, it just in development,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is just another degree of trolldom.
Right.
Looks super nice.
Yeah.
It doesn't have like that next gen look
No,
we're seeing
not
from a
really.
lot of other games.
It looks cartoony.
But it's stylized, so it's not going to really reach that. But it did look better. It looks really fucking nice.
Sure.
So what else? Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls Online, that is confirmed for the PS4 and Xbox
Yes.
One.
But
Spring
there's going to be an
2014.
exclusive beta
Exclusive
for
beta
the
yeah, right.
for the
PS4 exclusive console. I mean, they have to do a beta for all of them. you
Yeah,
know,
maybe I
because
think
they
they're
have
maybe,
to test
honestly
the
they'll just do like a
servers.
beta weekend here.
Yeah, I'm sure it's.
So
not
I've
that
played
big of a-
I've played Elder Scrolls Online a bunch.
Mhm.
Probably don't need to get super excited for this.
All right, that's fine. Mad Max.
Mad Max
That
by
was
Avalanche.
Avalanche, the Just Cause studio. So it basically just looked
Do you
like.
know why they're making a Mad Max game? Just Cause.
Oh.
Boom!
Yeah.
Yeah?
No,
Yeah?
don't
All
do
right.
that.
Yeah!
Come on.
I'm so excited!
It looks super cool. I mean, I guess the best way to put it would be Fallout meets Rage, or maybe just Rage.
Or maybe just Mad Max.
Or maybe just Mad Max.
It just
I
kinda
mean, Mad
looks like
Max
Mad
clearly
Max.
inspired, Rage and Fallout and everything.
What else did they show?
I mean, there was
exclusives for indie stuff, console exclusives.
Console
they got
exclusives.
Transistor, they got Octodad, like
Octodad,
Buttload.
Dadliest Catch.
Sadliest Catch.
What else? Some kind of zombie
there
game.
was- there was
the
about
next,
8
the
for
next,
Outlast.
the next game by the developers of Skulls of the Shogun,
Yeah.
which is like a tremendous fuck you to Microsoft because they were like super in bed with Microsoft for Skulls of the Shogun, and that game had a catastrophic launch,
Yeah.
and it felt like it was Microsoft's fault.
They got
Probably
seduced
was.
to the Sony.
Mm-hmm.
What? I mean, they showed Destiny, some gameplay from
Looks
Destiny.
super nice.
Super nice.
They
an
showed
imminent-
Assassin's Creed and it crashed.
Wait. We'll get there. Destiny, they showed it for the first time. The gameplay it looks very much like Halo.
A lot like Halo.
With
wrong with
riffs. I mean, it looks pretty.
Yeah,
with riffs from Rift.
Yeah, except it's just
From
all of
the
a sudden they
Apollos.
walk out and there's just like a what's
team
up
event.
team
I couldn't
event.
tell if they were fighting NPCs or if it was just like a match, like a
No,
a
it was
player
as an
versus player.
NPC.
It was co-op.
It was co-op.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because for a second there, it looked like it was like a PvP match that just kind of sprang out of the ether.
No.
That would be fucking.
That's what that's what happened in the demo for the Tom Clancy MMO. That's
Yeah.
exactly what they showed off. They're like, "Oh, look out! It's some people. Get ready for some PvP."
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
they all
yeah.
fist bumped.
Yeah.
All
right.
So what else was that?
So across Assassin's Creed 4, they showed off, and it crashed.
It's not the first time, Kenway, and it won't be the last. Take no quarter, lads!
it straight up crashed.
It
And
is.
and honestly, the way they handled it was great. It was just like, guy stood there for 30 seconds. Everybody who was streaming it looked and went like, "No, it's not my stream." And the guy just walked off stage. And then in walked the guy from Watch Dogs to show yet another 8-minute vertical
Yeah,
slice
which
of Watch
looked
Dogs.
I'm
Exactly the
really getting bored of Watch Dogs. at
Watch
this
Dogs
point.
is like, you know how every time you turn on the TV, there's another 4 minutes of the new Superman movie?
Uh-huh.
That's what they're doing with Watch Dogs, where it's like, I'm pretty sure I've seen everything there is to see about this.
Yeah, I mean,
gotta
it's just
play it
it's
now.
kind of just
I'm
getting to
sick of
this
seeing it.
point, right, where we're just like, all right, I get it. There's this cell phone thing, and you can just like, hack people, and that guy's a pedophile, and that guy has sex with nuns, and that guy is a jerk just to people.
That's a nun. That's all. Yeah. So yeah, Watch Dogs looks beautiful though. Looks really nice.
Looks very nice.
They showed off more footage of Killzone. They showed off more footage of Drive Club. Drive Club is going to be free. There's a Drive Club PS Plus edition that's going to be free at launch. It's stripped down Drive Club.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This may be just like the weird euphoria was overcoming me. But was there a scene in which LeBron James was talking to LeBron James?
Yeah, that happened.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
LeBron James was like, "Hey, you're in a video game," and video game LeBron James was like, "Yeah, I am, but I still got skills." And then they played basketball.
Okay, yeah. So 2K,
So that
NBA 2K is coming.
Yeah.
The two not competing.
We're running out of
NBA
steam.
Live.
We're
which will-
reversing. Like, we started with the end of
I
the press
know.
conference, and now we're going back to the beginning. And it's just like, what was that shit they showed off for like 15 minutes that we got bored by in the middle?
I don't know. I feel like we started to. I think that might have been Watch Dogs.
No, it was they showed like Last of Us for like 5 minutes.
Oh, that was the beginning. They showed Last of Us. They showed some other PS3 stuff.
Yeah. So what else? Is there anything we're missing?
I mean,
If there
We
is,
are.
it's not as big as the stuff we talked about.
and
Or
we're
it
just
is.
out of our minds at this point
Yeah.
because we've been watching these fucking shows
And
all day. and it's
I
like-
am easily excitable,
Uh-huh.
but I'm also like, even when when Microsoft announced all of its like used game blocking, always online, I was super cynical, and I'm just like, whatever, it sucks, but Sony's gonna do the same thing, and you're all gonna have egg on
Oh,
your face,
man.
and guess what?
Jack Trinton
egg
had-
all over here.
Jack Trinton had the biggest shit-eating
boy.
grin.
Oh my God,
Wow.
did he? Did
He
you
was-
watch the video
it
of,
was
of
just
the
like-
used game trading thing? There's a Sony
Yeah.
released an official video,
They
which
love
feels
it.
like it felt
They're-
like there's just, and it just says like it's their tutorial video for how game sharing works, and it's just two guys from Sony just like, here's a game, buddy.
No, I mean, whoever is on their advertising team at this point, just like after the Kevin Butler, those commercials, they just got it. They understood
Yeah.
that this is the way that you connect with an
They
audience.
remembered like, hey guys, this is video games.
Hey guys, we can actually smile and not,
Yeah.
murder babies or
Yeah.
wrap them in
Meanwhile,
plastic
Microsoft
and
is still burying the babies they murdered.
Right, right.
It's
they really
catastrophic.
have quite the babies.
The stable
murdering
of dead
scene.
babies.
Yeah.
The Walking Dead.
Oh, right.
That was
yeah.
that
That
feels
was
like
the Vita.
forever ago.
Yeah,
Walking Dead
400
DLC
days.
was announced. 400 days.
It's not really DLC.
They
it's a
called it
standalone.
DLC, but I feel like it's going to be standalone.
Well, I mean, if it's on the Vita, did The Walking Dead ever make it to Vita?
I think they announced a special edition. I think they announced it was.
Okay, well, 400 days.
I can't think of anything else.
Seems like a good time to wrap it then.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have a full recap on the website you can go to right now. It has every announcement, every link, every story, every trailer. Tomorrow, by the time when we go to sleep, our UK team wakes up and they're going to write a bunch of articles explaining exactly why this is awesome or shitty. So you don't even have to have your own opinions.
Right. You
we
can just take ours. We don't care. They're
yeah,
free.
yeah,
It's
free
all
opinions. They're
Yeah.
raining from the sky with some keyblades.
And you can even correct us in the comments.
I'm sure you're going to want to, but
Please,
mainly
do that.
correct Lucas. So that's it for Radar Reacts. We're going to have more. Tomorrow is Nintendo, and though I don't think they're going to even get in this fight, they're going to bring their weapons of their own. So
We'll see what happens.
we will see what happens. So be sure to come back.